Hey guys, welcome back to Cultural Creations. I'm Ashley. If we haven't met before, Cultural Creations is a southern based blog. However, we create a variety of recipes, air fryer recipes, casseroles, pastas, appetizers, desserts, and cocktails. So tonight we're making dirty rice. This is kind of like in celebration of Mardi Gras. Even though Mardi Gras ended yesterday, we're still going to celebrate today. Okay? Usually we do a new recipe every other week, but since Mardi Gras just occurred, we're gonna go ahead and do dirty rice, especially since I have Louisiana roots. All right, my dad's from Louisiana. So today I'm gonna show you all how to do the rice in the Instant Pot, because this is how I make it now. I got an Instant Pot for Christmas, and this is the only way that I make rice since I got this thing. All right, so let's do that first. Well, let me go ahead and show you the meat over here. Okay, we're making this with ground sausage, and this is the hot version. I think it just has more flavor than the regular. If you're sensitive to spice, use the original. And ground beef. This is half a roll, and this is about a pound of beef. Let's take it over here to the rice cooker or the Instant Pot. Okay, so you're gonna need about 4 cups of rice. So I have the rice here, 4 cups of cooked rice. So all you do is put your rice right in here. And then add your water. 3 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. I need 1 more cup. Right. And I like to give it a little stir just to make sure that the water is in there consistent with the rice. Put this top back on. Turn it. Seal it. And then let's see. Let's put it on the rice setting and cook it for 10 minutes. All right. It'll start to get going in a minute. So while the rice is cooking itself, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start on the meat. And let me turn y'all around. Okay. Going to go ahead and break our meat down so it will cook evenly. And just took this out of the refrigerator so it's a little stiff. We're going to cook the rice. Let me tell you about the rice. We're going to cook the rice for 10 minutes. Once it's finished cooking, I like to do a quick release and then go ahead and take it out of there. And that's all it takes. And by that time, the meat should be done. All right, so grab my little deal. We're going to season the meat, of course, with little Lowry seasoning salt. And also, you got to have some Creole seasoning because this is a Cajun recipe. So we're just going to do a little bit. We're using the sausage because it adds more flavor to the beef. So we're not going to overdo it with the seasoning. I'll taste it when I mix everything together to make sure there's enough seasoning in there. And that's good. I'm not using black pepper in this recipe because the Cajun seasoning. Let me turn y'all around so we can talk. It has a little bit of everything in there already. All right, turn around for me. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me tell y'all what all this has in it. Okay, salt, dried chili pepper, black pepper, chili powder, spices, and garlic powder. Dehydrated onion. Alright, and that's it. Very good seasoning. Tony saturated is the best. Have y'all ever had dirty rice before? If you've had dirty rice before, give me a number 1. And if you haven't, please give me a number 2. Turn your back around. All right. We're going to also add some onion and some bell pepper, but I always like to wait until the meat starts to brown some. I don't know, it's just my preference, before I add my vegetables in there. You're going to need about a half a cup of onion and a half a cup of bell pepper. Just checking on my rice. I don't hear it starting yet, but sometimes it takes a few minutes. Alright, so let's get the onion and the bell pepper. I already have it over here chopped up on my cutting board. Let me show y'all. I have quite a bit of onion, so I'm not going to use all of that. I like to grab a big handful. Bell pepper. I'm going to put a little bit more bell pepper. Mix that right in there. And if you can see, all you do is cut your onion and your bell pepper up into dice-sized pieces. And of course, as it cooks into the meat, they'll soften and be even smaller. That's where you get your flavor from this recipe. You get it from the sausage. Of course, from the beef gives you a little bit of flavor, but the sausage has the spice. And then the onion and the bell pepper puts the icing on the cake with the recipe. Okay. I'm going to break my meat down a little bit more, and then I'm just going to let it go, cook itself, finish cooking itself for a few minutes. You don't want big chunks. You want your meat to be pretty brown. And also, please do not, you do not want to use lean beef for this recipe, because you need the oil from the meat to make sure. You need the oil from the meat, because that's what makes dirty rice. That's what makes it where your rice is not dry and it has that good flavor. Alright, there we go. I said I was going to stop stirring, but I can't help it. Once I start, I can't help it. Okay. Rinse my hands real quick, and I'm going to turn you all back around. Okay, so let me tell you. Once the meat finishes browning, can't talk. Once the meat is done browning, what we're going to do is drain the excess oil. Now, I like to leave a little bit of the oil in the pan because, like I said, you want that moisture that's in the rice, that's in the meat, because that's what makes the recipe. So what I would do is drain the oil, sit it to the side, and keep it until you mix all your rice into your meat and your vegetable mixture, and then you'll see if you need it to put any more back into your dish. All right, y'all, can y'all hear that? This rice decided it wants to do something now. Can y'all hear it? See the steam coming out? Y'all, the quick release is my favorite. Call me a nerd. The quick release is my favorite part I'm going to show y'all. And let me move this over so I don't have all that steam going up on my cabinet. Alright, and let's check on this meat again. Come on, camera, flip around. There we go. The meat is browning just fine. Like I said, I'm going to break it down some more. It's easier to go ahead and break down while you're cooking versus trying to do it at the end and the meat's already kind of, formed in itself. So there we go. That's good. I'll be done in just a few more minutes. Flip y'all around again. Okay, let's talk about dirty rice in the South. Here in the South, dirty rice is a side dish. Yes, a side dish. I know you have all this meat and rice, but just like when you have Thanksgiving and Christmas, I can only speak from the South because that's where I was born and raised. And you have ham, and you have turkey, and you have macaroni and cheese, and you have, broccoli, rice casserole, and yams. It's just like that. Those are side dishes to all of that food. Same thing with this dirty rice. So what I'm going to have with this is some baked chicken, rotisserie chicken that I got from Walmart, keeping it easy. And probably like some broccoli or some green beans or something like that. Now, every time that we make any recipe, and I tell y'all about the rotisserie chicken, I've already shredded the chicken. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Let me get the chicken for y'all so y'all can see it when it's whole. Just a second. I haven't even opened it yet. I bought this chicken yesterday because, let me turn this down some. I bought this chicken yesterday because they go fast. Sometimes you have to call to Walmart and reserve this chicken because people buy them so fast. So I'm going to check on this meat real quick, and when I turn the camera around again, I'll show y'all the chicken. But keep in mind, it's cold. It looks a whole lot better when it's fresh. It's cold right now. It looks real good and it smells real good when it's fresh. All right. It's definitely almost done. Smelling really good. Let me see if I can kind of show y'all the excess oil that's already in the pan. This was like 73-20, 70, 80-20, something like that. I buy it all the time, so I don't really pay attention to it. You can kind of see the oil over there. That's how much oil is in the pan. So like I said, make sure you keep all of that. That's flavored. Don't get rid of that oil. I promise you, you might need it. Alright, since the meat is pretty well brown, there were some parts that were still a little pink, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the fire down and let it continue to cook, but I don't want it to burn. Let's see how much time we have left on our rice. 6 minutes, y'all. It's coming. Alright. Let me show you the chicken over here. So this is what it looks like if you've never had a rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I chose the Walmart rotisserie chicken because I really like it. It truly is good. And most people at least have a Walmart in their area, so would have access to this. At Culture Creations, we try to pick ingredients that you can find. Nothing like crazy that you have to go to a specialty store for. Something you can get at a regular grocery store. There's the chicken. Okay, so all I do is when I get ready to make like the stuffed bell peppers or the chicken tetrazzini, I take all the skin off. I'm not going to take it off today because I like the flavor. I take all the skin off and I use the entire chicken, white meat and dark meat, because it has that good balance of flavor when you use both. And that's it. Gonna serve this, like I said, with this dirty rice. Flip y'all around. And let's chat. Let me give you some updates while we wait on this rice to get done cooking. Just a second. Just y'all. Okay, so for you all who don't know, Culture Creations is on 3 social media platforms. Well, actually 4. We have 2 Facebook pages. We have a we have a Facebook page and we have a Facebook group. The Facebook group is called Culture Creations Recipes. We try to do a little bit different content over there, like do recipes and share, like, you know, do some questions and some funny things related to food. We haven't done that lately, but we're going to try to get back to that. We also have a Pinterest page. It's called Culture Creations as well. And Instagram. You find me on Instagram most of the time. I do stories there every day, and I share them to Facebook. So if you're watching the Facebook stories over here, and I'm always saying the link is in the bio, I'm sorry, y'all. That's because I do the stories from Instagram, and I share them on the Facebook page. But on the Facebook page, on the Instagram page, I'm always sharing what I'm cooking. So that's it's a lot of recipes. Some of it's testing, and some of it's just regular food, regular meals. So a lot of share something like, you know, what is it, 2-3 times a week for y'all who follow me over there, you know. I share what I'm cooking. If it's a recipe, I'll try to let you all know. And like tomorrow, I'll be making the creamy chicken stuffed bell peppers. I actually have a second chicken for that in the refrigerator. And so it's easier for me also to demo the recipes over there because I can do them in clips. I can stop them, kind of show you more inside the pan so you can see the cooking process, and also show you all the way through to the end. So when I do those demos, of course the story is a little bit long, but that's usually the only time that they're long. Other than that, I give you updates about Culture Creations and stuff like that. Let me check on this rice and grab something to drink. I got one more thing to tell you. Alright, 3 more minutes on the rice. Also, we are launching a YouTube page. It's coming. Y'all see the excitement on my face. Been working hard on this. It's been a long time coming. You know, we have the Culture Creations food blog, but some people don't want to read, right? Some people want to see a demonstration, some people are visual, and that's why we started the live demos. But just like the stories, once we do the videos on YouTube, we can show you more step by step, more in the pot, in the pan, so you can see the food. So the YouTube page will be launching within the next 2 weeks, trying to get it launched in less time than that. But it will definitely be before spring. Spring starts March 20th. So make sure that you come and follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, because as we get closer to the date, I'll be letting y'all know. Once we have a specific date, I will definitely let you all know. I'll post it to the wall. I'll talk about it in the stories. So come, get the updates, see what we're cooking, see what we're coming out with next. Let's check on this meat, and then we're going to take care of the rice in just a minute. Actually, let's go ahead, and while the rice is almost done, go ahead and drain this oil from the meat, because it is completely ready now. I'm just going to put the top on there, do it the old school way. Drain it real quick, and then I'll come back over there to y'all. That's the rice telling us that it's ready. Okay, so put you back over here. Let me show y'all how much oil was in that meat. Quite a bit. And like I said, let me show y'all the favorite part of using this Instant Pot, this quick release. Uh-oh, I turned it in. Some of the steam came up. And all you do is make sure we're safe here. Stand back a little bit. Just to be safe. Stand back from your Instant Pot when you're releasing the steam. Y'all can barely see it. But all you do is release it until it stops. Almost there. Wait till your steam completely releases before you open this pot. Very important. And there's not a recipe for the rice on the blog. Just wanted to show you all how I make my rice now. Open it up. Let me show y'all this beautifulness. Let me get something so I can put on the counter. Place it on the counter so I can show y'all inside of it. Look at that rice, y'all. It does all the work for you. I love that. It's not like I make rice every day, but who doesn't love convenience? Okay, I think y'all can see it right there. Look at that rice. Nice and fluffy. This is jasmine rice. This is the rice I love to cook with. It's kind of sticky, but not. To me, it just has a great flavor. All right, so let's bring it over here and mix it with our meat. grab let's see. Let me just set it up here. This pot is actually pretty heavy. I like to add a little bit of rice at a time. Mix and then kind of see if I need any more. You want the rice and the beef, of course, to be evenly distributed. Yeah, I definitely made too much rice. All right, it needs a little bit more. Keep mixing. And what you want to do is you want to keep adding rice and you want to keep mixing until it's a good meat to rice consistency for you. If you like a whole lot of meat, of course you're going to use less rice. If you prefer more rice than meat, then of course you're going to use more rice. And I'm going to add a little bit more rice. And then I'll taste it to see if I need to add any of that oil back. That's about right for me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and taste it. To me, it needs a little bit of oil. And some more seasoning. A little bit more seasoning. Probably also, because y'all forgot to put some, put a little bit of salt in there with my rice in the Instant Pot. But you're looking for that kind of like that Cajun flavor. And I don't fully taste that yet. Y'all know the theme over here is intuitive cooking. So cook to your senses. If it doesn't taste like it's enough seasoning for you, add more. And if you don't like a lot of seasoning, be careful with it. Just mix, mix, mix. All right. I just want to make sure I have the seasoning all the way fully incorporated before I taste and think I need to add more. Let's taste. All right, a little bit more. oil. Look, y'all, I put the recipe in the description. But since I'm making this with Instant Pot rice this time, I have to make some tweaks. You have to make adjustments. So what you want to do is always start off with the recipe as your base, but make it your own. You always want to taste. Nothing is ever completely exact with cooking. Everyone has different taste buds and whatnot. So you definitely want to taste it. I make a recipe, I've made it 100 times. I always taste. Different rice that you use, different way that you cook rice can affect the way that your recipe comes out. One more taste. See? That's good. That's the flavor I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit. I'll turn y'all around. That's it, y'all. It's so easy to make dirty rice, especially when you make your rice like I showed y'all today in the Instant Pot. It was quite a bit of rice left. Made too much rice, sorry y'all. But making rice in the Instant Pot is so easy. As you saw, I just put it on. It did all the work for me. All I had to do was make the meat. If you don't have an Instant Pot, of course, you can make it easily in a rice cooker on the stove, whatever you have. Just use what you have. It'll all work the same. I appreciate y'all joining me again so you can see this recipe demo. We're going to do another one week after next. We do this every 2 weeks, so I hope that you all will join me then. Like I said, I post updates on the Facebook wall, on Instagram, and also if you're subscribed to our newsletter, I also will send you a reminder of when we release a new recipe, when we're going to do a cooking demo, anything that has to do with cultural creations. So I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good night.